Soccer is arguably the most popular sport in the world. Millions of people watch or take part in games, and soccer has thousands of fans of all ages and nationalities. But have you ever heard about something called the Vatican Soccer World Cup? No, we're not joking. Actually, for 13 years now, in a row, the Vatican has been hosting its own soccer cup among the clergy. Everything started back in 2004 when Cardinal Tarcisio Bertone came up with the idea, which the Italian Sports Center, along with the Pontifical Council for the Laity, later brought to reality. And it took off immediately, so much so that 16 teams signed up for the first round of tournaments that year. This year's competition has brought together around 400 participants from different nationalities. All of them are priests and seminarians from the pontifical universities and colleges in Rome. Felice Alborghetti is the press officer of the Clericus Cup. He calls it a World Cup, and this is why.
We call it a World Cup because 5 continents and 66 countries play in it. In the final, we have at least 20 countries. There's a lot of Europe: Spaniards, Romanians, Germans, a Croatian and a Hungarian player. There's also a lot of Africa. The Lions of Africa. We have nicknamed those from the urban college. Uganda, Cameroon, Tanzania and Botswana. All the world is playing in the field. Not so much to highlight the word of soccer as that of the gospel.
This championship even has its own mascot. It's the ball representing the whole world with the typical hat of the Roman clergy on top of it. And which team will get this year's cup? After 2 months of intense fighting on the field, on May the 27th, only 2 teams remain: the Pontifical Gregorian University, called the Gregoriana, and the College of Propaganda Fide, the Urban Lions. It was up to them to finally decide who was the best soccer team of the Vatican. Classmates and fans, together with the rectors of both colleges, were there to support their teams.
We are very committed to supporting our own team. Our university is trying to give thorough training programs with a global and academic reach, which is very important to us, but also human and spiritual training. And, well, sport is part of this thorough approach. Our players have played really well. They trained so much. They've sacrificed a lot to be here. We mustn't forget that it's the exam sessions now at the university, so they've really made a great effort.
The atmosphere on the field is like that of a real soccer cup, and it's quite hard to see the real faces of the priests behind the uniforms of the players on the field, on one side, and behind the painted faces and the guitars of those supporting the team on the bleachers. One moment, though, revealed their true natures, the moment of prayer, when participants became extremely concentrated and serious. Then the whistle was heard, and the game started. The Urban Lions mostly held the ball during the game, and yes, they scored the first goal. Passions ran high, roaring was heard from the bleachers. Some players fell. There were fouls and penalties, corner kicks, and here the second goal in favor of the Urban Lions. Then time is up. The game ends with the score of 2-0, the Urban Lions beating the Gregoriana.
We came here and we knew we could win, because last year we almost won the cup. And anyway, it was a great match and a match of brotherhood. This is the joy of being here and take part in all this.
They try to encourage people. Even myself, I have my own thing here. Yeah, to give the motive for them to continue singing and praying well, as we encourage them in the field. You know, it is really hot now, so you need some people to encourage them to continue playing the field.
The team leader of the Urban Lions, Sama Joan Romeo, shared with us what the team would do with the winning trophy.
You know, now we are not playing for money, we are not playing for honor or any glory. We are just playing for friendship, for fraternity, for our spiritual goals. So it is good to play like that in this friendship, in a friendship way. But today I would like to dedicate this trophy to our friends from the Coptic Church.
Deacon Sama says that the real winner of this game is God, because the aim of the whole cup is to evangelize and give all glory to Him. The Church has always shown particular attention to sports because sports can be considered as a central point in contemporary culture and one of the frontiers of the new evangelization.